All right, it's day 3 of our Rocket to Diamond training, and today's lesson kind of goes hand in hand with yesterday's lesson. So today we're going to talk about leadership and how you can grow as a leader. So I know that many coaches, when they start, are really concerned with leading a team. It's scary. You're just starting out and you aren't exactly sure about how to successfully lead a team. I mean, you're barely keeping your head above water at times, it seems like. And so how are you supposed to help other people tread water, right? It's a legitimate concern. So today we're going to talk about a little bit about how you can grow as a leader. So becoming a leader is a lot like investing successfully in the stock market. If your hope is to make a fortune in one day, you're not going to be very successful, right? What matters most is what you do day by day over the long haul. Leadership is a process. It's complicated. It has many factors to it. And respect, experience, emotional strength, people skills, discipline, vision, momentum, timing, and the list goes on and on. Leadership is developed daily, not in a day. That's the reality of it. No matter where you're starting from, you can always be better. So there's an old saying, champions don't become champions in the ring. They are merely recognized there. And boxing tends to be a good analogy for leadership development. One of my favorite quotes is by President Theodore Roosevelt. It's not the critic who counts, not the man who points how the strong man stumbled, or where the doer of deeds could have done them better. The credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust, sweat, and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs and comes short again and again, who knows the great enthusiasm, the great devotions, and spends himself in a worthy cause, who is at the worst, if he fails, at least fails while daring greatly, so that his place shall never be with those cold and timid souls who know neither victory nor defeat. Pretty powerful stuff, right? Leaders grow by learning and growing. They improve themselves and in time become strong leaders. So, how do you grow as a leader? Number 1, read books on leadership. So we talked about personal development yesterday. Why not incorporate both together? Read books on leadership. There are so many great books out there that are specifically about leadership. Books by John C. Maxwell, he has quite a few. You've got Dave Ramsey's EntreLeadership, and there are many others. I mean, just get on Amazon and look up leadership books, and you're going to find tons. I highly suggest reading at least the 2 books that I told you about to help you feel confident in stepping up in the leadership position. Number 2, listen to podcasts or webinars. Again, personal development. I highly recommend Dave Ramsey's EntreLeadership podcast. He has interviews with Mark Cuban, Simon Sinek. I think he even has some with John Maxwell, okay? And he interviews them and he talks to them, and there are so many different points that you can learn that with being a leader. You can listen to them while you're doing the dishes, driving the car, numerous things. These podcasts are free and they're all based on leadership. You can also go through all of the national wake-up calls in the back office, on the online office, as well as webinars from the Bombshell Dynasty, Team Lead Fitness, Team Forward Fitness. Go through those calls and just look for leadership keywords and listen to the calls. Those calls are all located in the Files tab on our team page. And number 3, the most important step is basically to step into the role. The best way to learn is to jump in both feet first. You will stumble, and you may need to apologize for things that you didn't do in the beginning that you should have done. But you are going to learn so much when you step into this role. You can study your brains out, right? But the best thing to do is apply the leadership skills you learn and use them on a daily basis. Step into that position. Be confident in your judgment. These people trusted you enough to sign up as a coach underneath you. So they already are a believer in you. You just have to continue that relationship. You just need to step up and help point them in the right direction. The great thing about Beachbody is there are so many tools available that all you have to do is plug them into the right resources. If you want to be a good leader, the good news is you can do it. Everyone has the potential, but it isn't accomplished overnight. It requires perseverance. You cannot ignore that becoming a leader is a process. Leadership is a continuous process. So, today's assignment, I want you to pick one leadership book, article, podcast, or webinar to listen to and learn from. And I want you to start today, right now. I want you to let your upline know what it is that you chose to do. Start by becoming the leader you are destined to be today. And we'll see you tomorrow for day 4.